anything like that. No. Wide right.
Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Oh, the band is out on the field. He's going to go in the end zone. He's going in the end zone. The Bears have won. The Bears have won. Oh, my God. You believe in miracles?
It's the Davey Mac Sports Program. And here's your host, Dave McDonald.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much, Chris Pepper Stanley. Davey Mac Sports Program here. Eastside Dave McDonald is my name, a.k.a. Davey Mac. With me, Chris Pepper Stanley.
Hi.
Tonight, a huge night, a huge weekend, a big week, a big fortnight, month, year, millennia. I skipped century. I don't know what comes over past millennia, but you get the point.
Eon?
Eon, just a lot of sports, and we're going to go right into it, folks. We're not going to wait, okay? We're not going to stall. No hesitating. No waiting. No, talking. No, blah, blah, blahs. No do-do-do's.
No, we want blah, blah, blah.
No cha-cha-chimpy. No fringbra.
This is gibberish.
I was just waiting to see if you were paying attention.
Oh, I am.
And you were. We have the Masters, we have baseball, we have commercials. We have a lot of stuff here. NBA playoffs. Pepper has all the seeds, I think. But we take it off with the Masters. Not sure if take it off is even a phrase that's used, but that's the phrase that I'm using. I've been known to mix up some words in the English language from time to time. You're just going to have to bear with me, okay? A lot of rain outside. And, of course, this show is sponsored by Prediculous.com. That's right, Prediculous, the place to compete with your friends by predicting the future. Sports, entertainment, politics. Go to Prediculous.com. That's Prediculous.com/DavyMac and compete with Pepper and I. We are competing as well. We are making predictions.
That's right.
We made a bunch of predictions last week. We will review those predictions later on in the show to see exactly how we did. It's very fun. Prediculous.com/DavyMac. Easy 1, 2, 3. Sign in. You're going to have a lot of fun there. The Masters took place over the weekend. I know, Pepper, you're not the biggest golf fan.
No.
You can be honest.
No.
Are you?
Oh, always.
Well, that's very honest. Hold on, I have to take this.
Oh.
Keep it. You can keep us rolling here.
Sure, so I wasn't watching the Masters this weekend, but I do like the John Daly.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, wait, what happened?
Hey, sir, you're on the air, but I'd like to talk to you.
Is that right, sir?
Ladies and gentlemen, calling me on the Davey Mac Sports Program hotline for some reason, Mr. Billy Mitchell.
Billy Mitchell. Woo! Yeah, Billy!
Now you...
We're not on the radio. Give me a break.
We are on the radio, actually. I'm recording this. This is my sports program. Of course, I also work for Sirius XM Satellite Radio, and that's where Billy knows me. But how are you? I'm just putting you on this speakerphone.
As a matter of fact, I'm perfect. Haven't you read?
He's perfect.
Yeah, Billy!
So, Billy, it's great to talk to you. Why? What's going on?
Well, nothing. I was calling, and I thought I was calling off hours. I was calling to give you the opportunity to do a personal favor for me.
I will absolutely do that personal favor for you. Just name it, Mr. Billy Mitchell, of course, the star of King of Kong, one of the greatest sports documentaries of all time.
Ever.
Go ahead, Billy. What's the favor?
Remember when I was in the studio there and you met my beautiful daughter, Kimberly?
I do remember that, yes. Very nice, lovely little girl. Not little girl, she's a, college graduate now?
Oh, yeah. She's a college graduate, and she graduated in the same field that you work in.
Come on.
That's why I guess you and her could get along.
Yeah!
Communications, baby.
Love it.
That's what it's about. So what can I...
So at a later time off the air, I was going to ask you if you could give her some advice since you're such a successful man at what you do yourself.
I will absolutely give you personal advice, both on and off the air. On the air, my personal advice is this. Don't touch one hair on that beautiful head of yours because you have the best hair in sports going today. Okay?
It's funny, did somebody print that recently? Because I've had like 3 or 4 people say that to me, like recently, and I thought maybe they printed it somewhere. There's actually a Facebook.
Well, you know what the problem is? It's, Tom Brady. Everyone makes a big deal with the hair and the Tom Brady and the hair. I say, listen, Tom Brady, he may have won 3 Super Bowls. Has he ever played a perfect game? The answer to that is no. So thus, Billy's hair, superior. Thoughts and opinions on that?
Right, but in all fairness to Tom Brady, he is getting better at Pac-Man. He's called me for advice. I gave him advice that'll better his game in Pac-Man. Oh, and a couple years ago, I gave him some advice that would better his hair. That's why so many people are talking about it now.
I love it. I love it. Come on.
Yeah!
Billy's in a good mood. Okay, so you want me to give you advice about your daughter off the air?
Yes, I do. Obviously, it has to do with her, and since you're very knowledgeable in your area, you'll be able to pass on that knowledge. But what are you doing? You really have a show during the week. You told me all you did during the week was get drunk.
Oh, jeez. Of course, that's just a silly one of those Billy Mitchell zingers. No, I work I'm a triple threat in the old radio business. I work terrestrial Monday through Friday on a morning show in New Jersey. Then I do satellite on Saturday nights, and then some point during the week, we also do the #1 independent sports podcast in America, the Davey Mac Sports Program.
Well, I'll tell you, just because of you and no other reason, although I'm kind of old-fashioned, lazy, I don't like change, just because of you and because of the availability of you, I'm going to have to get some satellite radio because I don't have any.
Oh, really? Okay. Fantastic. No, listen. If you want to hear the Davey Mac Sports Program, too, you don't even need, just do whatever you want, but you could go to iTunes and download it for free, my friend. That's how people are listening to us right now.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
All right, listen. Woo! I'll call you back after the show.
You're a good man, boss. I don't care what they say on the other station.
Okay.
No.
I'll call you back. Thank you very much, Billy Mitchell, the great one. Thank you, Billy. I'll call you in an hour.
Anytime. Bye.
Okay, bye.
What a great surprise.
Well, that's the thing that we're always looking for is that fun surprise for the show. That one phone call, 3.5 minutes or so, instantly destroyed all of Fast Freddy's phone calls combined.
Yeah, his lies, you mean.
Yes.
His lie calls.
For people who haven't heard every single Davey Mac Sports Program, shame on you, first of all. But
they're all on iTunes.
Our only sports correspondent, Fast Freddy, has called in 3 separate times, each time worse than any sort of Hindenburg, Titanic-type disaster.
Train wreck.
Yeah, just really, really awful stuff. Billy Mitchell calls in. He gives you the good stuff. He
Dominates.
has his. I like how he has his line prepared.
Oh, yeah.
I ask him, how are you? And he says, I'm perfect. Haven't you heard? He's
beautiful.
He loves that line.
Love him.
You have to set him up, though. Mm-hmm. He's not just going to come in and start saying, hey, it's the Mr. Perfect,
No.
Billy Mitchell, because you know what? There's only one Mr. Perfect, and that was Kurt Hennig, my friend.
Yep. And
Remember?
He's gone.
Remember, did Kurt Hennig die now?
I'm going to guess, yeah.
You would have thought Kurt Hennig, of course, WWF superstar Kurt Hennig, Mr. Perfect, would have, still been with us with the fact that he was able to hit, half-court jumpers, hit a home run as soon as he picked up a bat. He really was perfect.
He died 8 years ago.
Oh, jeez. Not so perfect anymore.
Like pills.
Well, listen. I don't know if the pills were making him edge towards perfection, but, whatever. Anyway, so that was exciting. And I do stress sports legend Billy Mitchell. If you haven't seen the King of Kong documentary, which my brother recommended to me, and it's one of the greatest documentaries of all time. Pure and simple.
Pick
okay?
it up. Pick it up.
That's it. Done. Now, back to the Masters here.
Brian Koo.
If only Brian Koo was taking part in the Masters, because while it was very fun on Sunday for a good stretch of time, once Tiger was out of it, and we have names like Charles Schwartzel, Adam Scott, Jason Day, Luke Donald. I mean, I know Luke Donald. I've heard of Adam Scott, Jason Day, and Charles Schwartzel snuck up on me. Greg Ogilvy, I know. But that's when it started to go a little bit downhill. Of course, Charles Schwartzel wins the Masters at 14 under par. Tiger finished at 10 under. So he did a good job. Couldn't quite get there. He had the big eagle putt. He did get an eagle earlier in the round, but then I believe it was on 15, I think, and he had another chance for an eagle. Easy 8-foot putt. Missed it. Still got the birdie, but you could see the wind coming out of his sails. For some reason, I was actually rooting for Tiger, I have to say. I don't know if that makes me Andy America or Barney Bandwagon or simply Arthur Alliteration.
The latter.
But I was rooting for Tiger because it was exciting. You want to see the Yankees. You want to see the Lakers and Celtics be good. Remember, I mean, for a long time, since Bird basically retired, no matter who was coaching, whether it was a Pitino stint or whatnot, when the Celtics were garbage, that hurt the NBA. When the Celtics and Lakers are good, that's much better for the NBA. Just like Tiger, everyone knows this.
I wanted him to win.
You want him to win?
I wanted him to win. It was great that I was following it. I wasn't watching it, but I was following it, and I think most people wanted him to come back.
Everyone but the golf media wanted Tiger to win.
They're idiots.
They don't get me wrong. They wanted to see Tiger do well because they knew, oh boy, their Sunday ratings will skyrocket. But you could also hear, especially I thought Nick Faldo's voice when Tiger missed his putt for his second eagle of the round, and you could just hear Nick Faldo with his, oh boy, that's gonna hurt. That will absolutely devastate Tiger, and that will crush him. In fact, dare I say, maybe Tiger should go out, revisit Perkins Restaurant, pick up 2 or 3 waitresses, forget about this whole golf thing. It's just not in the cards for Tiger Woods anymore. In fact, maybe Tiger should just swim in that lake with a couple of cement shoes like AJ Soprano. Except Tony found him. Remember that episode?
Yeah. Not a big fan of Sopranos.
Oh, that's right. The Wire. I'm talking to Pepper the Wire over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm telling you, you could hear it in Nick Faldo's voice. He just hates Tiger Woods. I've heard the rumor is Jim Nantz doesn't like Tiger. Jim Nantz is all about upstanding golf citizens, so he's upset at Tiger.
2011.
But it was good. It was good for the sport. Charles Schwartzel, he was kind of an odd duck to me. Very hairy. It was like watching a thinner Robin Williams hit the golf ball around.
I don't like looking at him.
Big teeth.
Yeah, he's a troll monster.
Hairball.
He's a troll monster.
Scary individual. Kind of one of those scary type people that, you could see him as an extra in a Milos Forman film. Just in the background. Not he's not Amadeus, he's not McMurphy, but he's in the background, drooling, acting strange.
Let's get some torches and a mob together.
He has a Frankenstein type look to him.
Take that jacket of his.
That green jacket, baby. I always wondered why they don't wear that out. I'd be wearing that thing
constantly.
365.
Hell yeah. Throw it in everyone's face.
I'd wear it to any kind of funeral. I could put on my green jacket. There we go.
Perfect.
Hey, what happened? Your dad died? Tough luck. But at least I get to break out the green jacket.
So, thanks for that.
Thank you.
Love any formal occasion, to be honest.
Yeah, Dave, but my father passed away. And yeah, I know, but I get to wear my green jacket.
Check it out, dude.
I get to wear it, though.
You
See,
heard?
this was Masters. Me. I'm master. I'm the master.
Yeah, but I'm grieving right
But not at my funeral. My dad's funeral. No, I'm still the master there. Yep. I'm wearing the green. Your dad's not. He's dead. Adam Scott, Jason Day, Jeff Ogilvy, what do they have in common? They're all Australians. Clearly, golf has passed America and Europe by. Let's just give it to them. Let's give it to the Australians. Because if we're not going to represent better than that, then I don't know what's going on. In fact, Schwartzel, I believe, was South African. So you had that going for you. I like the Masters. I like the resolution of the way Augusta looks on HD television. We were watching it as we were completing our Easter egg hunt a week early. But don't ask how I did. Let's just say, if we're going to compare it to golf, I finished somewhere in... have you ever heard of Kevin Streelman?
Nope.
Nope. You shouldn't have. He missed the cut at Masters. That's where Davey Mack finished. Again.
Oh, Dave.
Kevin Streelman territory. I can't
Really?
win. I can't win a Egg Hunt championship. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Are you looking for the eggs?
That's the problem is I get so excited, I think I'm running around with my basket, and I'm not actually looking at the ground for eggs.
So you have a basket that you're carrying around.
Well, we also use brown paper bags. It depends
Low class.
what year we have. You know, if the baskets are in good shape, we'll take a basket out. Big deal. But you're right. A lot of times it's a brown paper bag. Either or, that's not the point. The point is I just go around, and I'm running around. But I'm not actually
You got to focus, Dave.
looking at the ground to get the eggs.
Focus.
Because what Daddy Mac does is he doesn't just put the eggs in obvious spots. He'll sometimes put them right in the lawn, but he'll take pieces of grass and cover the egg.
That's mean.
It's very hard to find them, okay?
Is he Viet Cong? The tripwires out there?
I don't know what's going on. It's very upsetting, though. I'm happy for this Charles Schwartzel, I guess. I wish there was an ES at the end of his name because I feel weird calling him Charles. And actually, every time I say Charles Schwartzel, sometimes I drop the L and I put an O there, and then all of a sudden he's Charles Schwartzel. And then I think he's going to, go around and start saying, boom, boom.
I think he does anyway.
That should be his thing. Charles Schwartzel, after he putts the ball. Trevino had his little deal, and Chichi Rodriguez. If he just comes around and says, shake it, my mommy! Then that would be fun. And also, if Charles Schwartzel, if his golf career doesn't pan out, he could always join the Surreal World next cast, just like the actual Charo. I'm sure they'd have Charles Schwartzel on the show. So think about that. Email him that. So good job, Charles Schwartzel. Just, get the teeth fixed, enough with the belly dancing. Maybe stop it with the flamingo guitar.
He's not doing any of that.
Really? His name isn't Charles Schwartzel.
You're very confused.
Big weekend as well. For baseball, Yankees, Red Sox. Red Sox take 2 out of 3 against the Yankees. They really hit them hard on Friday. Yankees come back, hit them hard on Saturday. Russell Martin, of all people, hitting 2 home runs. Then on Sunday, they beat CeCe Sabathia. That's a good job. Now, it doesn't mean that the Red Sox now, okay, off we go. Because a day later, they get destroyed by the Rays, the Tampa Bay Rays, who have been struggling. So the Red Sox still not, by any stretch of the imagination, they are not out of it yet. Okay? Now, we did get some audio here of a humorous commercial, and we thought it's timely, being that it's Yankees Red Sox. Here is Alec Baldwin and the guy from The Office, Jim from The Office.
John Krasinski.
Yeah, I've never known his name, and I think that'll be one of those names that I never remember. Just like Tom Hanks and the blonde guy in Bosom Buddies. I can never remember that guy's name. Whatever. Anyway, Alec Baldwin and the guy Jim from The Office in this fun little commercial that we thought we'd play for you.
Hello, John.
Hey, quick question.
Are you a Phillies fan now? Since you guys couldn't get Cliff Lee and he went to Philadelphia for less money.
First of all,
Yankee fans don't consider Philadelphia to be a legitimate sports town, John. You know that.
I'm worried for you.
are you prepared for what's coming?
It's going to be the worst misery you've ever experienced in the history of this rivalry.
John, for the last time, this is not a rivalry. Just like fire doesn't have a rivalry with kindling. Lawnmowers don't have a rivalry with grass. America
doesn't have a rivalry with Costa Rica.
Let me ask you something seriously,
Though, how are you a Yankees fan at all?
It's like being a huge fan of fascism.
No, it's like being a huge
fan of winning, which we do relentlessly.
Not this year, man.
Not this year.
Classic Red Sox fan. Go ahead, celebrate in April. We'll dance in October.
You will be dead in October.
Was that a little too much?
I think you know it was.
Sorry, I just got really worked up.
We all do.
Okay, first of all, let me say this. You can stop the Oscar race right now and give it to Alec Baldwin for that performance.
What about Jim from The Office?
Absolutely not. I caught Jim from The Office acting. And even if that's not the way Alec Baldwin is in real life, that's the way we all think he is in real life. So I don't care if Sean Penn comes out playing a guy with no legs, with some kind of accent. We're not going to be giving Oscars out to anyone but Alec Baldwin for that commercial. That was hysterical. Okay? That's for starters. Secondly, my little bone to pick is this. The Red Sox fan, and look, I know Jim from The Office didn't write the commercial, but that argument is so outdated that whoever did write it should have come up with a different angle when he said, how can you root for the Yankees? It's like rooting for fascism. Well, the last time I checked, it was the Red Sox who attained Adrian Gonzalez in the offseason and then bought Carl Crawford. Adrian Gonzalez, Carl Crawford. The Yankees got Russell Martin. There's a disparity there. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you cry for the Yankee fan. You don't. You don't. What I'm saying is if the Yankees are hateable, which they are, the Red Sox at this point in time, in this era of baseball, are every bit as hateable as the Yankees. That's the way it is. That's been my argument for a while now. And I would say almost the Phillies are almost right there too in terms of how they're spending their money. Phillies aren't as, I guess, over the top as the Yankees and Red Sox are. But the Yankees-Red Sox fan, no difference. They're both trash talkers. That phone call would exist in real life, even without the A-lister in Alec Baldwin and the C-lister in Jim from The Office. It would still exist. Ouch. Yeah. Well, Billy Mitchell just got me on a big tangent here, my friend. If we're going to talk to A-listers like Billy Mitchell and Alec Baldwin, then we're not going to be talking to C-listers like Jim from The Office.
We didn't talk to Alec Baldwin.
Yes, we did.
We just played audio.
Whose voice was that on the phone there?
Alec Baldwin's.
Yep. Why are you rubbing your temples?
He wasn't talking to us.
Are we here in the room?
Yeah.
Do we have phones in front of us?
Yeah, there's phone
And
banks.
then we heard Alec Baldwin's voice. Enough said. Thank you, Alec Baldwin, for calling into the show.
We didn't talk to him. He didn't call him.
Jim from The Office, a little more pizzazz. Did you hear how Alec Baldwin... Commercial. The only commercial we do is for prediculous.com/Davey Mac. Did you hear Jim's delivery? Was that believable? And by the way, when's the last time we knew that Jim from The Office is a Red Sox fan?
Yeah, I had no clue.
They couldn't grab a Matt Damon?
Ben Affleck, huh?
Affleck would be fine.
Huge. Him and Baldwin going back and forth.
I'm sure Alec Baldwin and Ben Affleck have been in some movie together. Right?
I don't know.
Well, that's something to think about, okay? Just think about these things, folks. That's all I'm asking you. You know, I don't sit here and just ramble on like a maniac. Okay? We have the legendary Alec Baldwin to call in and do that for us. We have Pepper to call in. Pepper on the phone.
I'm in here with you.
I'm able to call into the show.
You're the host. You don't have to.
So Alec Baldwin didn't call.
No, that was just audio I ripped.
Okay, are you calling into the show?
I'm talking to you right now, face to face.
Right. And am I calling into the show, or
No, you're sitting here talking into a microphone.
should I be calling into the show?
No, because you're physically here. You don't have to.
Okay. Now we have a lot more to cover. I have a couple other things with baseball broadcasters that I want to get to, plus the NBA playoffs, plus Carl Lewis running for state senate, and our Prediculous review. So keep it here. A lot more to do. It's the Davey Mac Sports Program. Eastside Dave McDonald, Chris Pepper Stanley.
Hey.
Keep it here. Davey Mac Sports Program, Eastside Dave McDonald, a.k.a. Davey Mac. With me, Chris Pepper Stanley.
Hi.
And calling into the show, John Lennon and Paul McCartney
This isn't a phone call, dude.
with their great song, Rain.
One of them is dead. This is a recording.
Here we go. Thanks for calling in, boys. Here we go. Rain. And I'm playing this, we're playing this, because it's raining in the tri-state area of America. Now, I always thought this. Tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, right?
Yeah.
Now, Connecticut, that means not a part of New England?
No, it's part of New England, but it's also part of the tri-state area of New York.
Then now
New
that's
Jersey,
what
and
we're
Connecticut.
talking
It's
about.
doubling down.
That doesn't
it's part
seem
of two
fair.
things.
That doesn't seem fair. And I will say something else, too.
Life isn't fair.
What about, like, North Dakota, South Dakota, and the state next to them? Do they have a tri-state area? Because
Yeah.
technically that would be 3 states. So they call that the tri-state area over there.
Yeah, I would think so, yeah.
And California, say Arizona, and Washington State. That's a tri-state area?
I would think so.
So they call it a tri-state area? I don't think that's accurate. You would think so.
I'm not a meteorologist.
It has nothing to do with weather.
It has everything to do with it.
Anyway, it is raining, so I thought we'd play some Beatles there. And it's just a good song. This Joe Buck, I watched a bit of the Yankee Red Sox game on Saturday, which was the Fox National game. And you had Joe Buck and you had Tim McCarver. Okay? I'm telling you right now, this Joe Buck is, when he comes over to baseball, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's some kind of football hangover, but he does not sound like he's happy to be there anymore. He doesn't like baseball anymore. I am telling you, and it's just a heads up for next Saturday or this Saturday. Watch the Fox National game.
Maybe it's just the alcohol hangover.
Listen. That's you. That's your point of view. I'm not going to throw that rumor out there. That's not a Davey Mac Sports Program official rumor. That's more of like a Pepper/Fast Freddy rumor. But I'm telling you,
Don't drag me into some Fast Freddy category.
I'm just saying he was grumpy. He sort of had a few kind of I was going to say condescending. Yeah, I'll stick with it. He had a couple condescending remarks, I thought, to Tim McCarver. It's like Joe Buck doesn't want to be there anymore. You know, he only wants to do football. Then do football.
There's no need to double down.
Go
You
get
got your
Bob.
money.
Go get Bob Costas, Fox. He's not doing much for the Major League Baseball Network. Listen, I love the MLB Network, but Costas is there. You know, every once in a while, it's the same. You know, he's got Hank Aaron, or he interviews Willie Mays. He's stuck in the 50s. We understand, Bob. There are other people. You know, talk to someone from the Oakland A's of the early 70s. Talk to anyone from the 90s. Have Kirk Gibson on your show from the 80s. It's not all about Mickey Mantle, DiMaggio, and the ghost of, whoever. Same thing with Bob Costas all the time, the 50s. All right. I know, it was a good era for baseball. Good. I'm happy for you.
He really liked it.
Oh, he loved it. But it would be like me only talking to people from the mid-'80s, and specifically only talking to Don Mattingly, Ricky Henderson, Dave Winfield.
Let's start that show.
And maybe I'll throw in Andy Hawkins and Wayne Tollison.
Davey Max Yankee Roundup.
Every week, another Yankee from the mid to late 80s. Get Pags on the show. Go call Dan Pasqua. I'm sure Pasqua's not doing much these days. It would be as if I was doing that show, fixated on that one era where I grew up. Bob, do something else. But you know what? Ultimately, that's what he does with his interview show. Think mistakes are made, but he's still a great play-by-play guy. Fox, put him in Joe Buck's seat. We don't have clips because I was out and about on Saturday. I was walking around. I couldn't get clips from my TV. I'm not a magician. Maybe if Joe Buck calls in like the rest of our guests, we'll have clips that way. But I'm telling you, watch the game on Saturday and hear it in his voice. His voice also sounds less powerful when he does baseball games. When he does a football game these days, it's, Michael Vick back to throw. It's a nice, powerful thing. I didn't know what was happening. I thought it was his old man. I thought Jack Buck had gotten to the booth with Tim McCarver, which would be a problem because he's deceased. But I thought he was weak, and he also was just not into it. And, he's usually able to punctuate a play, make something a little more dramatic. That's not how you get the casual baseball fan into your Saturday broadcast. You have a good call, you have a fun, entertaining broadcast, people will say, hey, I'll tune in next Saturday. Cardinals, Cubs, I'm there. I'm not a fan of either team, but I still want to watch because I'm into the Saturday unique, special game of the week type of deal. Somebody give him some pep pills, okay? Give him something that, Mr. Perfect obviously was on, hitting those half-court shots.
Like ecstasy?
If you want.
Percocet?
Again, I'm not going to prescribe those things, but if that's the way you want to do it.
Hey, I'm just throwing words out there.
I will close my eyes. I'll look the other way.
Word time.
I just want the man to be cheerful.
I thought you wanted him to be like really drowsy and.
Well, here's
not
how he sounds. He does sound like that, though. It's,
So I'm too late then.
2-1 pitch. Deep fly ball left field, and that is gone. Huge home run.
Would you look at that?
For Russell Martin, his second of the game. We have ourselves a slugfest. What? Whoa! 2-1 pitch, Russell Martin, deep to the left center field. The ball is out of here. Oh, we have ourselves a slugfest, ladies and gentlemen. And I could tell Tim McCarver was a little uneasy, too. And I'm telling you, watch the game this Saturday and tell me Tim McCarver isn't always laughing nervously. He now laughs nervously at Joe Buck. Because Joe Buck clearly is some kind of diva over there at Fox. He's Mr. Football. He's Mr. Baseball. He can do no wrong over there. Now, on the opposite side of the spectrum, you have Mr. John Sterling, the great Yankees radio broadcaster. There was a fantastic article in New York, in New York Magazine. And this was the different types of John Sterling home run calls. I thought the article was great. Maybe you open up the article and tell me which ones correspond with which, Pepper?
I have a few from number 2 and a few from number 5.
Okay. So we have a few from number 2 and number 5. Number 1 was rhymes. I love that. This is when John Sterling simply rhymes the player with something else. Russell Martin's home run call is Russell has muscle.
He's strong.
Robbie Cano, don't you know? Here's one that I like. It's for Brett Gardner. Gardy goes yardy.
It's awesome.
I would have thought with Gardner, you would have had a... Watch out! He just planted some seeds. The gardener. It's flourish time. I don't know.
What? Flourish time?
It's flourish time. It's flourish time for the gardener. Or maybe, hey, the gardener's got a green thumb. I don't know. I'm not claiming to be John Sterling. Now, number 2 is when he does a play on the player's name or nickname. And we have a couple examples of these. So here we go. Okay, so you're on the mark, Teixeira. That's obviously a play on his name, Mark.
And you send a text message.
And he did send a text message. And I do like, for some reason, the back-to-back and belly-to-belly, which is a John Sterling thing. Do you have another one?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be a 2-1 to A-Rod. The pitch, breaking ball, hit in the air, to deep left, it is high, it is far, it is gone! Into the visitors' bullpen. It is the bottom of the 15th. 2-out, walk-off home run by Alex Rodriguez. An A-bomb from A-Rod. A 2-run.
Okay. I thought he got in trouble for that one, too. Because they did say, John, an A-bomb, the atomic bomb, yet kind of killed a lot of people. Like, a lot.
What were you thinking of, John?
Like, a lot of people.
All right, here's one more.
It's not like you're going to say, it's an anthrax from A-Rod.
To deep right, it is high, it is far, it is gone! Into the Yankees bullpen, he's tied it up. Oh, Johnny Damon hits a bullet. It's a Johnny Rocket. A line drive home run.
The fast food chain, I guess. Johnny Rockets.
Yeah.
All right. That's fine. He also has when Melky Cabrera was on the team, the Milkman delivers, which I like. That one's nice. And then one thing that he tried to get away with from Sterling was Nick Johnson. Yankee fans are familiar with him, always on the DL, good hitter though. And Nick Swisher, he would say, that's a home run from jolly old St. Nick. So he used it for 2 guys whose name were Nick.
Getting lazy there.
That was a
Sterling.
little lazy because I would have thought maybe one of those guys would be in the nick of time or something. Also, alliteration is another kind of call from Sterling. Georgie juiced one. Bernie goes boom. A Damon dinger. Okay. All right. Foreign languages. El Comediche, that was Bobby Abreu. Bobby Abreu was sweet as candy. El Capitan for Derek Jeter. He's also doing something for Russell Martin. He does a French thing because he's from Montreal.
Yeah, it's great.
And then cultural references, which are fantastic. So here's a couple examples of cultural references from John Sterling.
Berkman hits a high drive to left center. Back is Span on the track at the wall, and it is gone. Lance Berkman homers the opposite way into the left center field bullpen. Sir Lancelot rides to the rescue. Say Louis! Say Louis! Berkman homers. The Yankees take a 2-1 lead.
So I believe this was from the musical Camelot.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's a cultural reference.
Say Louis.
Not, nothing that I would have gotten, but good for him for going deep. Okay, and we have one more.
On deal, swung on, there it goes, to deep right, it is high, it is far, it is gone! Oh, Curtis, you're something sort of grandish. He drills a long home run to break the tie in the right field seats. The Grandy man can. The Grandy man can. Curtis Grandison homers to right. His second as a Yankee.
And the people are laughing there, whoever actually
I'm laughing.
took that audio. He actually combined two there. Curtis, you're something sort of grandish is from Finian's Rainbow. And then, of course, the Grandy man can from the Candyman can. So those are some.
Want Granderson to hit, I don't know, 70, 80 home runs.
Oh, no, that's his best.
Yeah.
Curtis, you're something sort of grandish is fantastic. It really is. And then the last couple are just references to Babe Ruth's nickname when he did the Giambino or the Bam-Tino. The Bam-Tino didn't work, I thought, for Tino Martinez.
No, it was insane.
And then made-up words. Nick Swisher gets Swishalicious.
Perfect.
Again, strange. That man is fun. And I've said this before. I know that I guess he's annoying for other people, but you're just not having fun. I don't understand, for instance, Yankee fans who don't like John Sterling. That, to me, is heresy.
Yeah, this guy's great. He really cares.
It's
and he
fun.
comes up with crazy
and he
craziness.
And he's thinking at night before the season, and he's got his little notebook.
What am I going to say for Grandy?
Right. And it's,
wait a minute,
hold
Grandy.
on, you're something sort of grandish. I'm a Finian's Rainbow fan. Who isn't a Finian's Rainbow fan?
Everyone's going to go crazy for this.
Insanity. Last thing about baseball, Manny Ramirez retiring amidst a second possible suspension for steroids.
He goes out perfectly.
That's the thing. I mean, that's what you get when you have the Manny Ramirez or Dennis Rodman, and then people say, well, can you believe Dennis Rodman just kicked the camera guy?
Yes.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I could actually imagine Dennis Rodman somehow taking some brass knuckles out of his sneaker and then hitting a camera guy, let alone kicking him. And Manny, Manny liked the juice. What can you say? I opens the big argument. Who's going to make the Hall of Fame? Who isn't? Manny doesn't have a shot. Now, if McGwire doesn't have a shot, and it looks like he doesn't, Manny's not going to have a shot either. Especially just retiring and leaving all your teammates in the lurch like that. That's kind of something. Even Johnny Damon he didn't say anything bad about Manny, but you could just see it in his face. He's standing there going, I have no idea.
Fed up.
This was weird. That he said, the whole spring, I'm in the best shape possible and I'm rededicated and holy mackerel, I'm reinvigorated. Back in the AL East. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm out of here. Bye. See ya.
See ya.
Shall we go to our Prediculous segment now?
Predictions. Ridiculous. Predictions. Ridiculous. Predictions. Ridiculous!
Yeah. Get that Nintendo music.
It's good stuff.
This is where I always picture the guy from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. What, Lil Joe? Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
Lil Joe. This is where he's wearing his pink jumpsuit.
He's working out.
And he's running, and the big guy, the guy on the bicycle is behind him.
His black trainer.
Yeah. We don't need to point out race.
Just saying. I'm serving things.
Okay. Okay. Let's start by very quickly talking about our predictions last week. Again, go to Prediculous.com. This is the place you're going to compete with your friends by predicting the future, sports, entertainment, politics. Free to play. Not a scam or anything like that. It's just a fun game.
No spam.
No spam. It's our sponsor. You use your Facebook to log in. Info for Prediculous, so it's a one-stop shop type of deal. It always helps If you walk through the questions, long shots give you larger payouts. By payouts, they mean points. It's just a point system. It's fun. We're going to have a contest at the end where whoever wins at the end, we're going to give a very special Davey Mack prize. Plus, Ridiculous has set up that the person that gets the most friends to join over the next 3 weeks will get a $50 gift certificate to StubHub.
That's
okay?
nice.
So go ahead, Pepper. What happened last week with our predictions?
Okay, with your predictions last week, you predicted who would win the Masters.
Yes, I said Phil Mickelson.
You were incorrect.
I was.
Yeah.
Wasn't I?
Yeah. And then you...
Well, listen, Charles Schwartzel wasn't an option, I'm sure.
No, all other golfers was the correct answer.
Oh, okay.
That was one of the predictions.
Is that what you predicted?
No. I lost on that one, too.
Okay. Next one. So I'm 0 for 1.
Yeah.
You're 0 for 1.
Next, will the 2011 Masters end after 72 holes, or will it require a playoff?
I said what?
Yes.
I did say
that
yes.
it will end after 72 holes. That was incorrect. And you lost 35,000 points.
Wait, it ended after... There was no playoff. Did it end after 72 holes? It ended after 72 holes. I was right.
Ridiculous says you were wrong.
Okay. All right, next. Well, there was no playoff.
Next.
Next.
Will Tiger Woods finish... Where will Tiger Woods finish? You had between 11th and 20th place?
Yeah.
You were wrong.
I was wrong, yeah. He was tied for 4th.
Yeah, that's right. I had that right.
Okay. I'm over 3. Go ahead.
I had that crazy playoff question right, too.
Okay. Go ahead.
Next.
Who's
going to win? Cardinals or Giants?
Cardinals or Giants, okay.
You had the Cardinals?
I had the Cards,
Giants
right.
Won.
Giants won, okay.
Yeah.
0 for 4. All right.
Yeah.
I'm not hot this week. I bet you I'd turn it around. Next one.
Hopefully. Oh, and then the next ones are still pending. They haven't gone into effect yet.
So I'm 0 for 4.
Yeah, you're pretty bad.
All right. So bottom of the barrel.
Yeah,
Typical.
you've gone.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I got it.
Everything that through last week happened, you've gone wrong.
Okay. Enough said.
Yeah.
Okay, give me the questions for this week. So, I was 0 for 4. What can I say? Everyone goes through dry spells, ladies and gentlemen. I'm no different. Derek Jeter's not hitting 300 right now. Hopefully he will be. I hope that's not a ridiculous question because I'll probably get it wrong. That's my point. Is that we all do things. Go
All
ahead.
right, so this week, who's going to win the Eastern Conference in the NBA?
Okay.
Bulls, Heat, Celtics, Magic, Hawks, Knicks, 76ers, Pacers.
Okay, so all the teams.
Yes.
Okay. Davey Mack is going to give you who will win the Eastern Conference. I will say it shall be the Boston Celtics.
Oh. How much you betting on that, buddy, huh?
Give me 1,000 points, please. Again, this is a point system where you start with 100,000 points, and then you do it. Okay, next one.
Who will win the West?
Okay, who will win the West? I can't see anyone being the Lakers. I know that makes it just simply a rematch, but that's kind of what I'm rooting for. So I stand by what I root for. Lakers, Celtics. Once again, lacing it up. The rubber match for these two teams. Who will get the title? That's what America wants to see, by the way. Except for possibly Miami Heat versus Lakers, which would be huge.
Yeah, people will lose it for that.
Huge.
Next, how many runs will the Yankees score against the Orioles during the April 12th to 14th series?
Okay.
Those 3 games over this weekend.
Right. And the 12th will...
More than 18 or less than 18?
Okay, well, you know what? The 12th was just rained out. So it'll just be 2 games. So we'll stay with the 2 games. That's a huge component.
Yeah.
I'm going to say over 18. I'm going to say the Yankees are going to...
It's going to crush them?
Yeah. They're going to throw a couple of back-to-back 10 spots on the Orioles. I think they're a little bit sick and tired of, well, the offense goes nowhere when Jeter doesn't hit. So I think Jeter will emerge from his slump, and with Jeter goes the Yankees off and flying 10 runs each game. Next.
David is going to a wedding this weekend.
Yes, I am.
How much money will he be spending on his gift?
Okay.
Less than 100?
All right.
100 even?
Okay.
Or more than $100?
All right. Give me, and I'm not saying this because I'm privy to any inside information, give me, and by the way, we have not bought the gift yet. or written the check yet if we go that route. Okay? Usually my wife has a bunch of input in this. If it was, if it goes the way I want it to, under $100. Thank you very much. Kind of lean towards the cheapskate side. So put that into the books for Davey Mac. Under $100 for the wedding gift. Next.
Whose wedding are you going to?
My friend Jason's. No, not my friend Jason, his sister. My friend Jason's sister, Jackie. Any more questions, Mr. Nosy? Huh? You want to know everything about it? Anything else? I got my suit dry cleaned. No, wait a second. Mr. Nosy has to know everything. I have my shoes polished. I'm wearing a nice blue shirt with a blue tie. Now, this goes with a black pair of pants and a black coat. It's kind of a Regis Philbin Who Wants to Be a Millionaire thing. All right, go. Next.
How many wins will the Rangers get in their April 15-17 series against the Yankees? 2, 1, 0, or 3?
0. Because you put me in such a mood that now I'm just going to, and I want 1,000 on all of these. Next.
Calm down.
I'm not calm.
How many home runs will Nelson Cruz have by April 25th? More than 11, 8 to 10, or 5 to 7?
Okay, let's see. He's very hot right now. That can't last forever. He's sort of a schmizbo. I'm going to take the lowest, 5 to 7, by April 25th. I don't think he's going to continue being this hot. Maybe I'm wrong. What? I've been wrong before. Heck, I started out with this ridiculous thing 0 for 4. Is that the last one?
Oh, no.
We don't have to do all of them.
How much money will Pepper lose at the track between April 29th and May 14th?
Okay.
More than $500?
Right.
Or less than $500?
More than $500. I know this, Pepper.
How many points you bet on that?
All of it.
Oh
the rest of the points that I have. This is a man who has been talking on this show, this family-friendly show, about the following: Percocets, gambling, ecstasy, alcohol hangovers. I think we know where Pepper stands in terms of how he spends his money. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying he will spend it on those items, but I'm saying he might not be in the state to make the greatest gambling decisions at the track, thus over $500.
I talked about that on this show alone?
Yes.
Oh, man. All right, that's it.
Thank you.
It's ridiculous. Ridiculous.com/DaveyMac.
Please go and sign up and join. You're going to have a lot of fun. Now, as I am from the state of New Jersey, Carl Lewis is running for a Senate position in New Jersey. I'm sorry, I cracked myself up. Carl Lewis is running for a Senate position. What? Where's the laugh soundtrack? Okay. I mean, maybe if bad Dennis Miller impression does it. Hold on,
Maybe.
1 second. Here's bad Dennis Miller impression to say that over again. Looks like Carl Lewis is getting into politics. Yeah, he's running for state senator. Carl Lewis is running for state senator of New Jersey. His first platform, the Relay 400. Okay. All right, Chi. Carl Lewis, state senator for New Jersey. He's going to lace up his shoes and run. Okay, but if there's one thing Carl Lewis knows how to do with the campaign, it's go through the finish line. Okay? Run. He runs for office. This is why Carl Lewis is this week's Beast of the Week. He combines politics. He combines the Olympics. Let's face facts here, ladies and gentlemen. Carl Lewis, I still believe, will go down as the greatest Olympian of all time. Period. Because he did over 4 Olympics. I know you want to beat me over the head with this Michael Phelps, okay? I know. Beat me over the head with Michael Phelps. Beat me over the head with him. But in order to do that, you're going to have to be one of the strongest people in the history of this planet to be able to beat someone over the head with another human being. So I throw that challenge out. You want to beat me over the head with Michael Phelps? Then do it. Maybe shrink him and then beat me with him. The point is, Carl Lewis, 4 Olympics, all the gold medals, and now your next senator for New Jersey. Yeah, Carl, you're the beast of the week. Beast. Roar, Carl. Roar, Carl. Roar, Carl. Now, we played that sound effect before. We're going to, of course, have to go back and play Carl Lewis performing the national anthem at a Nets game. I'm sorry to bring this up, but if Carl is going to get into a political campaign, people are going to bring up some dirt from Carl's past. If I'm his political opponent, this is numero uno of the kind of stuff I dredge up about Carl Lewis.
For the ramparts we watch, we're so gallantly streaming, and the rockets, red flag, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. I'll make up for it now.
The middle of the song.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of the
Okay. The announcer, I forgot that part because that's a very famous clip. I forgot the announcer actually talks over him while he went on for that ridiculous Christina Aguilera note at the end. The hey, hey. And the announcer just comes in with Carl Lewis, everybody, Carl Lewis. Yeah, that's going to hurt Carl. In fact, I don't think we've ever done this before. I might have to rescind the Beast of the Week. I don't know. You know what? Beast of the Week goes to Billy Mitchell. And for calling in Mr. Alec Baldwin. So there you go.
He didn't call in.
Only in New Jersey, huh? Folks, that's it for this week. We love you. I'm just going to say, we love you. We appreciate you. Go to prediculous.com/DaveyMac. Join in on the fun. Email me, didvad@gmail.com if you want your email read on the air. I'll probably read it. Okay? Anyway, Eastside Dave McDonald, a.k.a. Davey Mac. Chris Pepper Stanley's his name.
Bye.
And it's the Davey Mac Sports Program. Good night.